Life starts after coffee. Hey there, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the cryptocurrency market? Well, we got a market cap still over $150 billion, and that's absolutely fantastic as far as I'm concerned. We got $154.2 billion for a market cap right now, and that's great. So, we got $5.8 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That's down just a little bit. That's no big deal, though. I mean, $5.8 billion traded and within a 24-hour volume still goes to show that this stuff has, major use case scenarios, and a lot of people are out there transferring it around. And we got a BTC dominance of 46.6%. And, I mean, that's great. That's an increase on yesterday, but, I mean, this is pretty much probably due to the pullback in Ripple and the increase in BTC price that we got, about 4%. We're looking at a BTC price of $4,351, and, I mean, that's great. We're looking back near all-time highs, which were around $4,430. So, I mean, we got about $80 to go, right? We got Ethereum coming in at, $331 today. That's up 2.4%. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. I see the price of Ethereum shooting back up to $400 here before you know it. We got Bitcoin Cash. They're up 1% as well today, looking at $658. Looks like Ripple's down 19%. That has to hurt a little bit, but I mean, they've been making some gains recently, but this is a little bit too big of a pullback. I think a lot of this is due to the fact that people were expecting some big news to come out about Ripple, saying that they were going to be pairing with an Asian bank, to continue doing what they're doing, which is transfer value between banks of different countries. But it actually, instead, they ended up releasing on their Twitter feed that they were going to be having a conference here in September. They got a lot of big names coming to it, so I think people are just underestimating the value of what's going to come out of this conference. I think this conference is going to be something that's going to be able to produce a lot of good information about what's happening with Ripple, and I mean, there's some real big names there. So, as always, the price is probably going to drop down until we get closer to the conference, and the price will pick back up. So, it might be an opportunity to look forward to getting some cheap Ripple between here and there. We got Litecoin coming in at $50.73. That's down 2%, but we're still on the other side of $50, which is fantastic, considering these are all-time high prices. Hopefully we'll be able to move upwards and continue to maintain at least this $50 value and get closer to that $100 value by the end of the year. But as always, the end of the year is closing in on us fast, right? So we got NEM, they're up 3%. That's great, looking at 26.1 cents. Hopefully we can continue to keep growing with that. We got Dash, they're up 6% as well, on the other side of $310 at $312. That's absolutely fantastic as well. Hopefully we'll continue to see the growth of Dash and get up there at $400 and beyond. Dash always has a lot going for it with its governance system and its cash-like, payment of instant and privacy and all that stuff that Dash does. We got Ethereum Classic. They're down 1.8%. Not really that big of a deal, but still hanging out at $15 like always. $15.25. Hopefully those South Koreans get that price pumped up, right? So what do we got here with Monero? Hey, we're looking at some good gains. We're up 13.6%, coming in at 96.36. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. How far can the price of Monero go now that we got South Koreans behind it pumping it? Who knows, right? Let's see, what do we got here? Hey, Zcash, they look like they made some good moves, coming in at $240. Is up 4.8%. And we got Steam and Steam back dollar making some gains today as well. Steam's up to $1.31, that's 4.9%. And we got Steam back dollar coming in at 97 cents, it's up 2.4%. So, I mean, overall, the cryptocurrency market is looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not a big fan of Ripple or BitConnect. So, I mean, with both those prices falling and everything else rising, seems like a good day to me. So what are we looking at here for news on Bitcoin and coffee? Well, there's a lot of stuff coming in about these ICOs. And, I mean, this was to be expected, right? I mean, since the beginning here, we've said that there's going to be problems with the ICOs. You can't go out there and just have anybody throw up a website and an address and start making promises left and right, start collecting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And, I mean, what's stopping these people from just shutting up shop and taking the money and disappearing? Nothing. So, I mean, people are going to, the governments and everybody else always want to get in there and, protect people, as they say, but they really want to get their hands on the cookie jar and tax everything and understand where money's moving and who's doing what, as always, right? That's part of why we invented cryptocurrency, is to break away from all these things that the government tries to do to us when it comes to money. But so first up, we're looking at the SEC went ahead and they suspended the first Bitcoin capital. It's pretty much, it's out of Canada. They suspended it from the 24th through, the 7th of September. They're saying this is due to the fact that the company, they don't really have accuracy. There's no real transparency coming through, and they're blocking this up. They're going to be investigating the situation. But then right on the heels of that, we got the Canadian Secretary Administration. They're coming out and saying that a lot of ICOs are securities. And they're saying that with them being securities, that they need to require, there's legal requirements along with this. And they're saying that any of these exchanges that are out there, moving these ICO tokens around, they're also required to have the same, legal requirements and laws and everything else and business licenses and, all that crap they put on you to just be able to go out there and do stuff. This looks like it's one of the beginnings. It looks like, some of these governments are going to start cracking down. I know that we're also looking at some regulations on ICO coming out of China. The United States has already started trying to put some regulations on these ICOs. So, as we move forward, we're definitely going to start seeing a lot of these governments cracking down on these ICOs. We're going to start seeing less and less countries being able to participate in them until, we're pretty much done and not able to create these ICOs, or everybody's running VPNs and saying that they're from some country that doesn't even really exist or no one's ever heard of, right? So, as always, you got to be careful with your cryptocurrency. Investing in these ICOs, you got to know exactly what you're doing. You got to know that it's a gamble, and you got to know that at any point in time, the government come along and shut this stuff down. Thankfully for all of us that are into Bitcoin, the SEC has already come out and said that Bitcoin is not a security. So all of us that are holding Bitcoin and, hodling it and going for the long haul and believing it, they're not going to be able to turn back that decision and do anything to us with that. High risk, high rewards, and that's what this ICO business is all about. It's brought some great value to Ethereum. I remember when Ethereum was under $20, and a lot of this, value has come from the ICOs, because besides that, really, what has Ethereum done besides support all of these ICOs? How many smart contracts are out there actually working, getting musicians and whatever, theories they were saying paid. This is all technology for the future that has very little applicational use right now today. So, a lot of this, as the government is now coming in and starting to regulate this stuff, I just hope that a lot of people aren't out there buying ICOs and the government just comes along and shuts this stuff down, and you're losing value because your coins and ICOs just disappear. I hope that Ethereum can continue to maintain this value if the government does shut down ICOs. If you like everything that's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to hit that subscribe button. The numbers are constantly growing around here. It looks like we're over 1,700 today on YouTube. We broke 2,400 the other day on Steemit, and that's absolutely fantastic. I love seeing this community grow. I love seeing your continuous emails. I love seeing all the comments down below. I'm a little behind on the emails at the moment. It seems like the more that I keep talking about this help desk, the more and more people continue to keep writing me, trying to see if they can't figure out this cryptocurrency stuff and trying to secure their future to be better. As always, I have all sorts of affiliation codes down there to help you guys navigate these cryptocurrency markets. I got some links down there to help you get some free BTCs, Litecoins, and doggies from a faucet if you're just starting out. I also have affiliation codes down there to get you stuff on Amazon if you're looking for hardware wallets, if you're looking to build your own mining rig. And I also have donational addresses down there. As always, I keep telling you guys I do this as a hobby, which means I am unfunded, I am unsponsored, and I am unbiased. I don't have any ICOs or altcoins or anything like that paying me, getting me out here telling you, oh, you got to buy this and you're going to make money off this. I'm out here telling you guys exactly what I believe and what I feel. So, I got to go off to work here in just a little bit, and then let me tell you what I think. I think you got to buy Bitcoin. I think you got to hold it, and I think it's going to make your future bright. So, as always, keep your Bitcoin safe.